Man was patrolling the mountains when he was suddenly ambushed by a mysterious figure. Nick pulled out his shotgun and fired back into the woods immediately. He quickly took off his conspicuous outer layer and hid behind a large tree, but before he could even spot his attacker, a sharp arrow flew straight toward him. Realizing the stranger meant to kill him, Nick snapped the arrow shaft sticking out of him and scrambled back the way he came. Strangely enough, the mysterious figure stopped chasing him. Injured, Nick tried to make his escape in his truck, unaware the killer had already sabotaged it. The engine wouldn't turn over, forcing him to abandon the vehicle and flee on foot. He stumbled through the dense woods for what felt like hours before finally finding his way home. Gritting his teeth, he extracted the arrowhead, sterilized a fishhook with a lighter, and stitched the wound himself. He took a swig of whiskey for the pain and spat the rest onto the cut to disinfect it. Desperate to track his attacker, Nick checked his surveillance feeds and was shocked to see a young girl running for her life in the woods, being hunted by the same mystery man. Determined to save her, Nick geared up and headed back out. But the moment he reached the area, the killer spotted him. Nick dodged an incoming arrow but couldn't pinpoint the shooter's location. Thinking fast, he tossed a can of paint into the air. The explosion of red paint coated the attacker, sending him into a panicked retreat. Nick fired several shots, but the target moved too swiftly and the forest obstructed his view. Nick arrived at the riverbank to wash his face and rest briefly. Suddenly, he caught sight of a white figure near the shore. Approaching, he discovered it was the girl pursued by the mysterious figure. She lay by the river, barely clinging to life. Nick immediately draped his trench coat over her. He then discovered, to his horror, that her vocal cords had also been removed. Before the mysterious assailant could catch up, Nick scooped the girl into his arms and hurried away, but before they could exit the forest, night had fallen. Nick switched on his flashlight and searched the ground frantically. He pulled back a wooden plank and found the pit trap he had set earlier. For safety, he planned to hide in the pit until dawn, but when he turned around, the girl was gone. It turned out she had mistaken Nick for an enemy and grabbed a stick to defend herself. Fortunately, Nick quickly explained he had come to rescue her. This eased the girl's initial tension. The two hid in the pit and spent the night safely inside. The next day, Nick continued guiding the girl along their path, but because his injuries hadn't fully healed, by the time they reached home, darkness had fallen once more. Just as Nick was about to head to the kitchen for food, he sensed something was wrong. It turned out to be that mysterious figure. He had tracked Nick down to his home, staked out the place in advance, and was preparing to kill Nick.